We'd like to now introduce our chief guest. This is His Excellency Anthony Thomas Aquinas Carmona, the fifth former president of Trinidad and Tobago. He was the UN prosecutor for the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia, also in Rwanda as well, where he was prosecuting for the United Nations in The Hague. He also is the president of Trinidad and Tobago from March 2013 to March 2018. Previously, he was a High Court judge at the Supreme Court of Trinidad and Tobago, and he serves as a judge of the International Criminal Court from 2012 to 2013. He received a World Peace Culture Award on the 4th of May, 2019. We're very honored to have you here, sir, and we're anxious to hear your words. Thank you.
In keeping with the trust of the COVID-19 Times Poetry Initiative, I feel it is appropriate to use the requisite medium and genre, poetry, as part and parcel of my message to the world. The poem is called The Voice of Conscience. So close, so connected in crisis, yet so far, so distant, so apart, as social niceties and courtesies flounder on the rocks of our human frailty. Hugs, a warm embrace, kisses, handshakes, all to ease the pain, not allowed, not allowed. COVID-19 lurks, a disease with a number, but no date of extinction and no time of extraction. This scourge takes no prisoners. Fear rules the phantom that resides in each and every one of us. No gratuitous respect for the rich and powerful, and certainly none for the poor. No balm to the vulnerable and the weak, made possible and supported by a life of wants and needs, and a life of excess in food, drink, and slothful smoke. The call to arms by many is indeed a desperate cry of despair to repair and make right the personal and collective wrongs and misgivings of the past. Urgently now, desperate for refuge and calm, looking for a Noah's Ark, we dare to ask for whom the bells toll. Well, they will toll for each and every one of us who dares to tempt fate and challenge life through recklessness, indifference, and apathy to social and physical distancing. Our dispensability is assured if we pay no heed to what is required, what must be done. In the lives of the affected, the deadly, ominous hours stand still. A surreal encounter with a ravaging beast that gives no quarter. What is happening is real. Paying homage to the dead becomes a gift of short shrift. This pandemic, COVID-19, ruthless in intent, spawning spaghetti 5-minute funerals and christenings. Our faith in fate and the faith of faith tested, twisted, and stretched. In the face of this iniquity, we harbor a sense of an approaching Armageddon, whilst nature is allowed quietly and effortlessly to rejuvenate herself. The drone of hopelessness and helplessness hovers. The genius in us wilts and wanes with a withering disbelief that control has been taken away, lost to an unseen and unforeseen foe. Charlatans abound. Everybody has the solution, but nobody has the cure. COVID-19, a double-edged sword that divides and unites in the home in one fell swoop, domesticating the worker who lives for work, endearing the mother and homemaker to those she loves and cares for, no longer taken for granted, as appreciation trumps depreciation. Children at home, cloistered and distracted by a social distancing that forces them to embrace the simple, time-worn things in life that really matter. And in our loneliness and isolation, we all finally will find ourselves, hopefully to the better. And we the people suffer, burdened sometimes with leaders obsessed with the politics of power and not the politics of genuine service and humanity. A revolution in social consciousness is taking place. Let not your hearts and spirits be quarantined from sharing, caring, and healing bountifully. The telling message, despite our predisposition for malefaction and the primordial, is that we will be made stronger, better, and wiser, not by our selfish singularity, but rather by our oneness, spawned by our universal compassion and care for each other, our uncompromising humanity, and that inner voice we often deny by not listening, that selfless inner voice of conscience. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I particularly loved your references to the arts and their capacity to inspire the ascendancy of spirit over adversity, and also highlighting the responsibilities we have to our future generations in the face of climate change. And Mother Earth Day today is also a special mark that you've given in your speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At this point, the World Humanitarian Drive would award you the Patron of Humanity Award, which they're going to show on the screen now. This will be sent to you, but for now, this is a digital format.
Thank you very much.
We're so grateful for your contribution. Hey, Mr. Abdul Basit, would you like to say anything further? Your Excellency, thank you very much. And you've always been an activist for human rights. And I completely believe that I'm confident that this award of Patron of Humanity will encourage you to do more and more for the humanity, because you have always been an advocate and you always will be. So thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us today and showing your support to give your voice concern towards the corona and towards our people to bring oneness together to this world. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much. And I live by a maxim that I wish to share with the world. Always treat people like people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good maxim, very good. Thank you.